Nike certainly hasn't shied away from controversy over the past couple of years, whether it's given big money to somebody like Colin Kaepernick, whose real only value is as a fake victim as opposed to an actual athlete, or partnerships with someone to sell women's clothing who's not even a fucking woman, like Dylan Mulvaney. I'm sure we all remember this from last year. Social media users blast Nike following partnership with trans woman Dylan Mulvaney. I don't know what woman in their right mind would want to buy something because this freak is advertising it, but certainly a lot of backlash for Nike. Well, now we're starting to see some of the ramifications for their actions. They went completely woke, and now they're dealing with layoffs. Nike to lay off 1,600 employees after stock dip and woke drama. Nike's begun mass layoffs of about 1,600 employees, President and CEO John Donahoe said in a Thursday company-wide email. This is a painful reality and not one I take lightly. We are not currently performing at our best, and I ultimately hold myself and my leadership team accountable. The first round of firings took place on Friday and will continue through the end of May. There you go. This is what happens to Nike. Yes, listen, is 1,600 employees the end of the world for them? Is cutting a couple $1 billion the end of the world? No, there's a massive company. But this is what happens. You stop growing, you start shrinking when you go woke and push away your core audience.
But here's the thing, Ryan. Do you really think they're going to stop at 1,600? No,
probably.
I think it's going to be more. It's going to be
quiet
more.
layoffs. Yep. They'll do it quietly. They're only talking about those.
Yeah.
But
Same thing happened with Disney. 7,000 people get laid off. Then ESPN says, you know what? We got to lay off more people.
Yeah, then the animation department does more. Then Pixar does more. Yeah. Go ahead, Beardo.
They're making these layoffs, and they're going to do quiet layoffs. There's going to be more than this. But it's like, are they going to fucking learn their lesson? Probably not.
Probably not.
No, they're in Portland, man.
They are not going to learn their lesson from this. So they're going to, it's like, oh, well, you just didn't do woke the right way. We're going to hire other people that are going to do woke the right way. It's like they're not going to learn their fucking lesson.
Yeah. Those ESG dollars are addictive, man.
Well, here's the thing. When you look at someone like Bud Light, they had a Dylan Mulvaney issue. They have not publicly apologized, but they've done other than that, they've done everything they can to try to reverse that image, right?
They brought in Peyton Manning and Emmett Smith to do commercials.
Exactly. They're doing UFC. They're doing everything they can to try to recapture that audience that walked away. Now, Nike's not a company that's going to apologize for something like this. And this isn't the only reason. Again, we've seen them invested in woke ideology for years at this point when it comes to Nike and everything going on with China. I'm sure they ignore that. I wonder how some of the companies or some of the countries they're branded with would feel about a freak like Dylan Mulvaney. But the reality is now they're starting to feel it a little bit. They're cost cutting. They're firing a bunch of people. And ultimately, it's because of the bad decisions they made that alienated so much of their core demographic.